Ah, hold on. I forgot to set up the microphone. I'm Chris, by the way. Miriam is not here. Miriam is at a Brazilian steakhouse. I am Chris. There we go. Anyway, I'm Chris, also one of the co-founders. Miriam's one of the other co-founders. I'm president and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. It's my job to set all this up. I got home 5 minutes ago. Anyway, if you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon. That way every time it's just me, you'll get notified. Also when Miriam's here. Yeah, so Miriam is at a Brazilian steakhouse and I'm just here alone. I just noticed that the camera is tilted. It's supposed to be vertical and it's not. I'm not gonna change it. To Chris and Miriam says, so glad to see you, Chris. Hope Miriam is enjoying some delicious meat. Yes, she is. So let's see. So people are talking about the CREAMi. We're actually going to be getting to that into a bit. Anthony says QVC should be running out soon. There is a deal on the CREAMi, and it seems like they have some colors in stock and some colors not. Anyway, to Chris and Miriam says, seriously, they won't make it until the next In the Kitchen with David. Chad says, I agree, Rachel, you guys need to get a commission after watching your video. For any of you who haven't seen the video that we're talking about, Two Crazy Ketos last night released a video about the Ninja CREAMi using Keto Chow. Also, Serious Keto has been he's been experimenting around with using the Ninja CREAMi with Keto Chow. And he said, you know, experimenting with pizza and experimenting with ice cream, even the failures are delicious. So let's see. TC's Life says, hello all. Randy is on as well. Let's see. Anthony says, I only have 2 single caramel macchiatos left. Yikes. Livin says, I just got my first shipment of Keto Chow today. Well, welcome, by the way. Peggy says hi from Maryland. Lori says hey. Tracy is on as well. So is Nan. And Melissa says hi, Chris. Let's see. Becca says I was going to cancel my order for the CREAMi until I saw the 2KK video. Yeah, that was really cool to watch last night. And Miriam, who isn't watching, don't tell her I already ordered one. I actually ordered 2. We're going to do a giveaway with one of them. Don't tell her. Matreya says hello. Let's see. Danita says hi. Let's see. Elise says hey from Decatur. Randy says good evening. Jerry says maybe it's not the camera's tilted. Maybe we're tilted. No, it's the camera's tilted. So the tripod that I have has a video head on it. It's got this little thing that you can spin and just change the tilt. I didn't have time to set it up. I actually had to go to the bathroom instead because I literally got home at 7:10 Mountain, and I had to set everything up in that amount of time. So anyway, Blaine says, I always knew you were crooked, Chris. Oh, Mike got the gray one. Matreya says, I'm so jealous of everyone with their creaming machines. Well, Matreya, you've got one of the compressor ice cream machines, right? And those are still good. Jerry says, so happy this month's Chow Club is 30 separate individual packets. Looking forward to it. Yeah, so for any of you who are Chow Club subscribers and you didn't know, we don't have any of the big bags in sufficient quantity to send out as part of the Chow Club, or at least the ones that we haven't sent out recently, and we kind of try to keep it mixed up a bit. And so we sent out an email yesterday to all the Chow Club subscribers, letting them know that if you're a Chow Club subscriber and you don't want to get a whole bunch of the individual ones instead of a big bag, please pause your subscription. If you're having problems, please let us know. You actually have another, let's see, it happens at 2200 and it's 19. You have a little less than 3 hours if you want to pause your subscription, if you have an existing subscription. So just so you're aware. Let's see. Tina says, what is a Ninja CREAMi? The short version is it's an icy maker It's got a big rotating blade. You pre-freeze something, and it shaves it down, and then comes back up again. And then you can have it do that again. That action kind of warms it up, and it just turns whatever you put into there into ice cream. So, or gelato or something like that. So, and there's a lot of people who've been playing around with it to make Keto Chow ice cream. Really interesting stuff. Brian Zahn says, great evening, Chris. So glad Miriam is letting you do a live unsupervised. It's more that she scheduled a dinner with Shauna. You'll notice Shauna's not here. Neither is Lynette. Where are they? They're at Tucano's having dinner. Didn't invite me. That's okay, though. Somebody had to do this. Let's see. Laura says, ice cream maker. Yeah. It's an interesting type of ice cream maker because instead of freezing a bowl or having a compressor thing, you freeze the actual stuff that you're going to make into ice cream. And then it just shaves it and then mixes it up and then mixes it up again. So if you didn't watch Joe and Rachel's video about the CREAMi, that's on the Two Crazy Ketos YouTube channel. Hopefully, I think it's Rachel that's manning the Two Crazy Ketos YouTube. Hopefully she'll figure out how to do it because I think she's one of the few people in here that can post links. Let's see. Susan says, good evening. Maitreya says, yes, it is good and they aren't selling around here. I love my machine. Yep. And that's one of the points that Joe was making. Well, Rachel was making to Joe on the video that we watched last night. He's like, I want to sell my ice cream maker. And she's like, yeah, but we got it for a really good price. And you might not be able to find it for that good price again. And then, yeah, whatever. Mike says, stupid supply chain issues. Yeah, you're not kidding. Let's see. Tina wants to know, can you get it at Amazon? So a lot of people are getting them at Bed Bath & Beyond. Or in the Keto Chow Facebook support group, there was a link to QVC is selling them. The QVC link, it comes with a bit of a discount and there are 2 extra bowls because again, you have to freeze the stuff ahead of time. Those are the best place to get it. I actually had one on order from Ninja Direct and it was back ordered. So I canceled my order and ordered it from QVC. Rossiana says, excited about the October Chow Club box. Love the individual bags and assorted flavors even better. Oh, Betsy's back from neck procedure saying hi and going back to my ice pack. Oh, I hope you get better soon. I believe Miriam was praying for you. I haven't had a chance to do that yet today. Katrina says, might sound silly, but I'm excited for an all singles Chow Club. I think the variety will be fun. Peggy says, I'm just trying to find room for a KitchenAid. April says, Keto Chow Ninja CREAMi is the best. I'm having strawberry now. Had Keto Chow mint chocolate last night. And Christy Davis from the Keto Village has been adding allulose and some acacia gum and different things like that. But Joe and Rachel on theirs, they just made it with less water. And then it perfectly fills up one of the Ninja CREAMis. And you're literally just making it with butter like you normally would or with heavy cream. So, Keto Crafter is on. Welcome. Anthony says, glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here too. There it is. Two Crazy Ketos. Put the link. Let me copy that so that I can get it over to the people on the Facebooks. The Facebooks. Laura says, I love my CREAMi. It's a game changer. I wonder if they had any idea what they were going to unleash when they released that product. It's really funny to me. Carmel Maldonado says, I got my savory chicken soup in the flash sale yesterday. I made garlic smoked sausage and sauerkraut soup with dill and cheddar with it. Delicious. Ooh. Matt says, I went to Bed Bath & Beyond at lunch and bought a CREAMi. Mike says, I feel like I want to reverse engineer it to use a cordless drill to make ice cream. Just kidding. Ain't nobody got time for that. And that's literally what it is. It's got a blade and it just comes down and goes back up. And then you can take it apart and check it. And if it's kind of like powdery, because it's like, I don't know, powdered ice, you can then put it back together and re-spin it, which just spins it up again and kind of melts it. And yeah. I'm sure you could do it with a cordless drill, but actually you'd probably want to use a drill press, Mike. Red Wine says, I finally caught up to you on a night stream. I usually am in bed by now. Well, there you go. And it's just me. Just me. Miriam is at a churrascaria having delicious, well, probably a lot of beef is what it probably is. Tracy says, Betsy, hope you're healing great. Prayers for a speedy recovery. There you go. John says, hey, quick question. What is the delta between the drops versus the base powder? So which drops? Are you talking about the daily minerals, or because the base powder is everything that's in Keto Chow except for the protein, sweetener, and flavor, whereas the different electrolytes are just electrolytes. And then you've got the Dr. Berry Daily Minerals, which have some additional minerals as well, but they're completely different. In addition to everything else, the base powder also has a bunch of vitamins. But to answer your question, is it just fiber? As I'm looking to supplement and use up some of my old proteins. If you want to do that, you probably would want to use the base powder. If you want to make Keto Chow with a different protein powder that you have, that would be the best thing to do, because the electrolytes are just to supplement electrolytes. It's not really a complete nutrition thing. Oh, nice. Two Crazy Ketos posted the QVC link. And I think that there's a discount code that's like welcome 5 or welcome 10. But I could be wrong. That's for QVC. Jessica Rosa says, good evening. Randy says, I don't think Ninja knew that Joe and Rachel were going to help sell it for them. Or Christy Davis. Or Serious Keto. Like, everybody seems to be going nuts about this. And I don't know if it's just, oh, my nose itches. I don't know if it's just in the keto space that everyone's going crazy, or if everybody else on the general internets is going crazy about it as well. But it's really, I think it's really interesting. Wendy says, I made the creamy sausage pumpkin soup for the first time tonight. It was a big hit with the family. That's actually on my list of stuff to talk about. That is not the right one. This is last week's. This is this week's. Okay. So first off, in case you didn't know, I haven't updated the thing at the bottom. It's supposed to say, let's see, let me pull up the page. Loading, loading, loading. Get them doggies loading. Flavor of the week is banana. Go Packs. Great. Flavor of the week is banana. I hadn't actually used this computer since Friday. So I have to change the scrolling headline just for this. Boom. Okay. So flavor of the week is banana. Now it says it like it's supposed to. And let's see, who was it that said? Kat on the Facebook support group says, I finally gave in and made the pumpkin sausage soup. And it is really nuts how good that soup is. You don't have to make the spicy version of it if you don't want to, although I think it's just without compare. But that recipe, well, it's the recipe that won our recipe cook-off that year. Tina says, I just ordered my banana flavor. It's my favorite flavor. Mike says, well, guess what? I actually have a 6-foot tall drill press. There you go. Red Wine says, heck, I don't mind if it's just you, Mr. Nerd. Hope she has a good time. Should I push the button? There you go. Science class with Mr. Bear. Let's see. Randy says to Susan, yes, there's a video also put on YouTube of the group there of the Navy and the SSN Nebraska. They're serving aboard. Okay, I'm not sure what that's talking about. Okay. Let's see. Lisa says Rachel could sell anything with her bubbly personality. That's a really funny thing, and I bring it up every time because if you've never met Rachel in person, she's a little reserved on her YouTube videos, which is hilarious. If you've seen her on YouTube, you're like, can she really be like that? There's no way someone is that happy. That happy just sounds exhausting. Coming from me, I'm just like, and every moment something's happening, she's got a funny thing to say about it, a funny quip. It's just hilarious. And in person, even more so. Anyway, yes, she could sell anything. Matre says, will you have the magnesium drops for sale at Keto Palooza? Yes, we will. And just in case we run out before you're able to get some, we'll ship it to you for free if you order it while you're there at Ketopalooza. We actually are leaving tomorrow morning quite early to go to Ketopalooza. Let's see. Too Crazy Kios says the discount will show up on QVC when you click that link. Oh, you save on shipping. Nice. All right, Nan says, Chris, had lab work done last week. My sodium was low, 131. Been doing daily electrolytes and it felt so much better. Well, that's fantastic, Nan. I'm so happy for you. Mike says Ninja CREAMi is like the 2021 version of the chaffle. You're not wrong. I actually made those chaffles on Sunday afternoon. Our daughter had expressed a desire to have strawberry chaffles. So I made strawberry chaffles and she never even said thank you. I even made whipped cream. Anyway, Denise says, oh, I made the soup tonight also. I wasn't a big fan, but it was okay. Okay, well, we all have different tastes. I guess Nan doesn't like it. I mean, Denise. That's okay, we can still be friends. Let's see, John says, perfect, thank you. Liv says, I ordered the banana today. Sherry says, I just bought the Cuisinart non-pre-freezing ice cream maker. Is the Ninja better? Everyone's raving about it. They're different. So here's the thing about the compressor ice cream makers. They're cool in that you can make ice cream and then make ice cream and then make ice cream and then make ice cream. With the bowl, the frozen bowl style ones, you have to pre-freeze them ahead of time. And with the CREAMi, you also have to pre-freeze the stuff ahead of time as well. So you can, make up a bunch of stuff for the future, stick it in the freezer, and when it's time to run it through the Ninja CREAMi, which I've never done before because we still don't have one yet, then they'll just be, ready to go for you. But with the compressor one, like I said, if you've got a bunch of people, like in our office, the compressor style one is the perfect one because we can have person after person after person making ice cream and it's fine. But I don't know that if the Ninja is better. Joe and Rachel in their video last night, oh my gosh, my nose itches like crazy. In their video last night, they were saying that it was the best ice cream that they've ever had. I don't know if I don't even remember if they qualified that with keto ice cream. So, and that was them just mixing up chocolate toffee Keto Chow and running it through the CREAMi. Joe also said that maybe they could throw in some pecans because the chocolate toffee Keto Chow with salted butter kind of tasted like the pecan, what's it called? The ice cream that's made with pecans. Oh my gosh. Anyway, you guys are all saying it right now. They said it tasted like that, just needed some pecans. Butter pecan ice cream. There you go. Randy says, I used the banana Keto Chow to make the keto hack banana bread shake today. It was really good. And that is just banana mixed with snickerdoodle. Mike says, banana is right up there in my top 5. Too Crazy Kyo says, banana is crazy good. I didn't think we would love it as much as we do. Maitreya says, agree. I love the banana. As ice cream, it's one of my favorite flavors, period. Just so you know. Let's see. Rachel says, I'm so excited for hugs this week. Susan says, I use banana to make the HBE pudding. Nice. Jerry says, I don't need another ice cream maker, but QVC has 5 payments of $41 with tax. Yes, I can pay for it all at once, but I need to use my QVC card at least twice a year so it doesn't go dormant. Ooh. Maitreya says it's that she's not going until Thursday afternoon. Oh. Joe and Rachel actually, they've been driving all day and they had a bit of car trouble. So I hope you guys are doing okay. They actually said that some guy was like coming right at them and they honked and like he spun out. It was crazy. Peggy says, LFN we could create an appliance swap channel. There you go. Jerry says, yeah, I won last week, but I gave it away to my sister-in-law. She also has, as I already had a compressor. Oh, you gave that away? Nice. Okay. Rachel says, you're a great dad, Chris. Well, I'm glad somebody recognizes that. Eventually, here's the thing. Eventually, they're going to be like me and have kids of their own. And they're going to be, Oh my heck. Mom, I'm so sorry. Whenever I'm helping her with stuff, she's like, thank you so much for helping. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. Thank you. Thank you for not retroactively aborting me when I was 15. I'm hoping my kids eventually get a bit of perspective and yeah, come to their senses. Matreya says, I'm excited to see everyone. Blue says, thank you, Chow Father, on behalf of your strawberry chaffle eater. Well, thanks. I'm glad somebody's grateful. Susan says, I will need all the hugs for my birthday in 2 days. Oh, really? Now, are you coming to Keto Palooza, Susan? Terry says, I just tried Keto Chow, and the 2 flavors I tried had an aftertaste. What do you suggest? Did you mix them up? I think I remember you saying that you had just gotten your first shipment. You can mix them up and drink them like after about 30 minutes. And it's just that they start to taste better the longer that you let them sit. If you have the time, mixing them up and letting them sit overnight, a lot of anything weird going on tends to go away. And usually it's just that they're a little bit gritty and there's a little bit of a vitamin-y taste if you mix it up and drink it right away. So if you can, use slightly warm water when you mix them up and put them in the fridge, try them in the morning. And that should help a lot. Mike says praline, yeah, butter pecan. See, there you go. Let's see, Joseph says, Chris, if you guys want to try out the CREAMi, I could bring mine by the storefront when you guys are back. It really is much better. So I actually don't know if it got delivered today or not. It said it was either going to be delivered today or delivered tomorrow. Because I ordered 2 of them. Again, nobody tell Miriam. I ordered 2 of them. Oh my gosh. Does it really want me to sign? I was already signed into this. It's my tracking program. Anyway, I ordered 2 of them and one of them got shipped out immediately and the other one did not. And I think the difference is the color. Oh, looks like it's in San Bernardino. It's supposed to be delivered tomorrow. So, hey, it'll be here when we get back. Because pecan. Susan says, I can't wait to try the apple pie, but raspberry cheesecake is my favorite. Nice. Tracy says, I had chocolate toffee ice cream last night for dinner. Yummy. Of course, I used butter. Bluto says, don't do that in a can. Yeah. Nicola says, I've never been a huge vanilla fan, and I let my vanilla till nearly last once I tried it. Wow, it's amazing. So I ordered the big bag. Awesome. Now the vanilla also serves as a really good base that you can add other stuff to. Peggy says, I laughed when my grown son called me one day and said he woke up and turned into dad. Hey mom, I'm sorry for all the things I said when I was stupid. That's awesome. To Crazy Kid says, I often call my mom and say thanks and sorry for my teenage years. Susan says, yes, I'll be at Keto Palooza. I'm arriving on Thursday, which is my birthday. That's awesome. Betsy wants blueberry muffin. Just saying. Let's see. Randy says, try mixing the apple pie with a salted caramel. It's really good. I think I've tried that with the apple and the chocolate toffee, which to me, the chocolate toffee actually tastes a bit more like butterscotch. I really like the combination. Terry says, I mixed the first one caramel with avocado oil, and the second one was vanilla, and I mixed with heavy cream. Both are in the fridge over 3 hours. Okay. And it should taste pretty good at that point. There may still be a bit of an aftertaste. And again, if you can, try mixing it up. And I generally recommend people to start with heavy cream unless there's like a digestive reason that they can't do heavy cream. You'll tend to, it's easier to mix and you'll get a bit better of a result until you learn how to use a blender and all that other stuff and melted butter and whatnot. And if you can, please try mixing it up, like I said, with slightly warm water, putting in the fridge overnight. They do keep up to 6 days in the fridge. So you can mix up just, well, depending on how many mason jars you have or blender bottles or whatever, you can mix them up, stick them in the fridge, and then pull them out. And yeah, there you go. Rihanna says, when I blend the banana and snickerdoodle, I mix 2 shakes and then mix the 2 together and separate them. Okay, that works. Maitreya also wants blueberry muffin. TC's Life says, when I was nanny, I called my dad to apologize for everything I did. There you go. Denise says, I made caramel apple, but I haven't tried it yet, so looking forward to it. Let's see, Bill is on. Lisa says, I mix my shakes up with butter and love it that way. Peggy says, I've not tried being a mixologist yet. I'm going to get on that. Marie also wants blueberry and nominates huckleberry. Let's see. Oh, now Susan says to Terry, even after leaving it in the fridge for 36 hours, she noticed an aftertaste. But it's not bad, and I hate that aftertaste from artificial sweeteners, but Keto Chow is extremely tolerable. Nice. Chad says, if you're looking for new flavor suggestions, how about cantaloupe or honeydew cantaloupe? Chad, you apparently don't know me very well. So let me tell you something about me. To me, cucumbers smell like ammonia. And cucumbers and all of those, well, cantaloupe and honeydew are very closely related. And whatever it is in cucumbers that smells like ammonia to me is also present in cantaloupe and honeydew. I don't know that I will ever make a cantaloupe or honeydew flavor. If we make one, it will be entirely Miriam with no input from me because I just can't stand it. That would be like Joe making a black licorice flavor. So there you go. I also don't like walnuts because they give me canker sores. Keto Crafter says the chocolate and raspberry cheesecake mixed together is also very good. Anthony Cass says I had root beer for tomorrow. I'm going to do Joe's trick and put Zevia creamy root beer over it. Nice. Even Rachel, who doesn't really like the root beer, likes it that way. Randy says I made my wife a peppermint using vanilla and peppermint flavoring. Let's see. Too Crazy Q says, yep, even Rachel liked it with the Zevia. Teresa says I was so excited to get 4 big bags of peach. Then I saw the banana was on sale. Now that I need to order 4 21 packs of banana, it's my favorite. Well, if you order 3 of them, you will get free shipping, ground shipping, in the 48 contiguous United States. Lisa says, what about a boysenberry shake? That would be interesting. I'm not sure. Matt says I need to find a Boston cream pie flavoring I can mix in with the vanilla. Ooh. Marie says, or your brain associates that cucumber smell taste with those melons because of the cucumber melon mix. No, I cannot stand cantaloupe to me. Actually, cantaloupe to me smells like rotting flesh, like meat that's gone bad. It's just terrible. Joe says, man, I would love a black licorice flavor, but I'd be the one of those to only have it once in a while. Sherry says, razzleberry. Let's see. Charles had a really good question on the Facebook support group. They said, if I'm doing strictly Keto Chow and doing intermittent fasting or time-restricted feeding with a 4-hour window of eating, should I drink 3 Keto Chow shakes in that 4-hour window to get all the nutrition I need for the day? You could. And I have done that before. I've actually done it in a 3-hour window, just for fun. You get very full. But you don't have to. Now, if you're doing strictly Keto Chow, for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe you have something going on with your teeth, maybe you're just so lazy like me that that's all you want to eat, or for a while, or your wife's out of town and you're just like, I don't want to cook anything. You could do that, and that would work. Now, for a lot of people, having 3 in that short of a time period can be, like I said, very filling. So don't be surprised if you get to number 2 and you get halfway through number 3 and you're like, I'm done. In that case, don't worry about it. You're probably fine. Susan says, will you make a blueberry or a blue raspberry? Let's see, where's my button? Let's see if it works. Hey, thanks for asking that. We haven't yet made an announcement about the availability of that flavor in that size. As soon as we are ready to make an announcement, you'll probably hear about it first on our live stream and then on the Facebook support group, and followed by our website and our email list. So stay tuned. I'm even wearing that shirt tonight. That's awesome. Anyway, we have no announcements about the availability of, well, nothing like that is in the work right now, and if it was, I couldn't tell you until we have it ready to go. Apparently Miriam's on. Okay, remember everybody, don't tell Miriam, okay? Tracy says black licorice. Let's see. Oh, Sherry says raspberries with blackberries. Nice. And Shauna is on as well. Are you guys like done eating, or are you just waiting to eat? Or maybe you're standing there and you're like, oh, let's see what Chris is doing. And anyway, let's see. Bum, bum, bum. People talking to Miriam. Rana says, I love that video. Marie says, I'd be happy to help out with the melon flavor development. Bill says, Rachel, don't be upset, but I still haven't tried Keto Chow. That's okay. We still like you. Crazy says, watch out. This is not a drill. I actually had somebody compliment me on this shirt today. They're like, that is such an awesome shirt. I said, thank you. My daughter bought it for me. Let's see. Mike says, haven't yet. Just do it. Make that announcement. Miriam says, the meat is so yummy. Miriam says, I saw that. No, you didn't see the other thing that we're talking about. Katrina says, button. Who's got the button? So yeah, lots of people, now here's a good question. Lots of people have been asking about using Acacia gum because it seems to be useful in the Ninja CREAMi. And Jean wanted to know how many carbs and calories are in 1 teaspoon. Now, if it is just Acacia gum, which you can buy on Amazon, we use Acacia gum in Keto Chow already because it acts as an emulsifier. It keeps everything mixed in together. And a lot of people, oh my gosh, my nose itches. A lot of people are using it because it seems that and allulose seem to make for a softer ice cream. And Christy Davis of the Keto Village has been experimenting around with it. And so people are like, hey, well, how many carbs does it have? It's technically pure carbs, but it's also a fiber. It's a long chain fiber. You cannot digest Acacia gum, which is one of the reasons why we use it in Keto Chow. Your gut bacteria, on the other hand, very much loves to ferment Acacia gum, and the byproduct of that fermentation process is actually short chain fats, specifically butyrate and other short chain fats. And you may know butyrate because it's a precursor to beta hydroxybutyrate. Your gut lining, the cells in your gut lining, love butyrate. And it actually helps them get strong and healthy, and it tightens up the gut barrier. A lot of people who have IBS will supplement their diet with Acacia gum because of the beneficial aspects of Acacia gum. So how many carbs and calories? I don't care, because you don't digest it. Your gut bacteria does, and when it's done with it, it's turned into short chain fats, which never actually, well, sometimes they enter your bloodstream, but usually your gut lining just eats it all up and everything is fine. So there you go. Long answer, short question. Let's see. Lisa says, Miriam, I'm jealous about the meat. Too Crazy Kyo says, while you were gone, Chris announced peanut butter and jelly flavor Keto Chow, Miriam. Just kidding. That is funny. Let's see. Bill says stinky farts. Actually, it should not create stinky farts. And I don't think the meat will either. Mike says dawn. Okay. Blue says, I heard a good joke today. If a man tells a dad joke but has no children, does that make him a faux pas? That's awesome. Thank you for that, Blue Dove. Let's see. By the way, somebody, I can't remember who it was, on the Keto Chow Facebook support group, which if you ever place an order with Keto Chow, for Keto Chow, there's a link to it in the order confirmation email. And then you have to read the rules and say, yes, you're going to abide by the rules, and answer a couple of questions to be let in. Anyway, there's a photo album called Mixology where people talk about the different mixes that they make with Keto Chow. And there's a new one about using Keto Chow with the CREAMi and different mixes that people have done with that. So if you're jumping on the CREAMi train, on a crazy train. Anyway, and you want some inspiration, or you're like, I just need something to really push me over the edge, and you know what, I want to get one of those, but I haven't rationalized it enough yet. Well, you can head over there and check out all of the stuff. Oh, here's a really good question. Kimberly asked, does anyone know if you can place an order and pay for it and then have Keto Chow delay shipping it out, like a vacation hold of sorts? And on the picture, she put a picture of, on the post, she put a picture of a raccoon, because I guess she's had packages stolen by raccoons, or she doesn't want the raccoons stealing her Keto Chow. Yes, you can. After you place an order, and it would actually be best if you place the order like during the day, and then contact customer service immediately. And if you call or use the chat feature, that would actually be best. But because they can go into the software that we use for fulfillment and say, hold this order until whatever day. It can be 2 weeks away, it can be 4 months away, it can be 3 days. Whatever you want to hold it for, we can absolutely do that. You just have to reach out to customer service and they can do it. Maitreya says, Shauna says, meat feast round dos. Mike says, dang it, my fingers messed up and I hit enter instead of the apostrophe half the time when I'm trying to say don't, it ends up as don't. Let's see, Too Crazy Keto says, I like seeing everyone's creativity. And Kathy says, hello all. By the way, downstairs I just heard my happy sound. For those of you who don't know what my happy sound is, it's the sound of the bug zapper frying a fly. It just fills me with so much joy every time it happens. Anyway, Julie says, good evening all. I made up my shakes tonight. Snickers, Cupid, and Grasshopper. What's Cupid? Please do tell. Let's see. Keto Crafter says, hi, Shauna. Mike says, raccoons are insane animals. Let's see. Rachel says, I will absolutely wrestle with a raccoon or squirrel for my Keto Chow. That's right. Kathy says, customer service today with Jen was awesome. Thank you again. Bill says, raccoons can be mean. Keto Crafter says, bug zappers are awesome. And the funny thing is, so I bought, it actually came as a 2-pack of these bug zappers, and they're rather large, and they've got fluorescent tubes and a big giant grill for frying the bugs, mostly the flies. And I got it, and people were like, oh, all my kids and Miriam were like, why did you get this big bug zapper? I'm like, because I'm sick of bugs flying around. So it's just sitting on the counter, and there's a little tray underneath it. And when it zaps them, they fall into the tray, and you can just take it and dump it out. The really funny thing is that a housefly or a moth or a fruit fly make the exact same sound. So sometimes you'll hear all these pop snaps and you'll go over there and you'll be like, wow. And it was because it was fruit flies. Oh, it just happened again. Let's see. Tracy says, that's the best sound. Love my bug zapper. Yes, fry fly. Brian says, I have to remind Karen often that raccoons will eat your face. It helps to keep her distance while taking pics while riding her bike. Mike says, dead bugs equals chicken feed. Huh. I don't know if they would eat it or not. They seem to eat everything else. Okay, another fun fact. Our Blackstone is in our backyard on the back porch. And 2 of our chickens, I think they're astrolopes. Anyway, they like to hop up on there and eat the stuff out of the grease trap. And they're the only 2 that will do it. And they're just hilarious. They'll just hop up there and eat it. And I'm like, I think that the chickens are eating. They might be out of food again. Let's see. Marie wanted to know if I have a link for that one. Let me see if I can find the one that I ordered. Zapper. There we are. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. It's a 2-pack with 4 extra replacement bulbs. I bought it in 2019. Have not had a bulb burn out yet. It was $75. Or you can get 1 for $40. So there you go. Let me copy that. And it's worked really well. I took one of them to the office and one of them is at home. And I think the one at the office hasn't been turned back on so far for a while. Let's see. Matt says, nerd, nerd, nerd. I would totally react the same. That's right. Reese says, my husband. Oh, yeah. Okay. Mike says, weird. I was going to accuse you of having vegan chickens. Chickens are not vegan. Chickens are tiny velociraptors that would totally eat you if you weren't moving around. Cool Rice says, we love feeding horseflies to our chickens. That's fun to watch. Let me tell you, imagine throwing a chicken into a raptor cage at Jurassic Park. There you go. Oh, man. Sherry says, there's someone I can talk to who is or has done Keto Chow when diabetic. I have some specific questions. Okay, question. Are you talking type 1 diabetic or type 2 diabetic? Because there is a difference. On the Keto Chow Facebook support group, which let me see if I can really quickly grab a link to that. There, I know for a fact that we have both kinds of diabetics on there, and they would probably, type 2, there you go. Yeah, I know for absolute certainties that we have type 2 diabetics on there. That you can, actually, I would actually just post that and say, hey, I'm type 2 diabetic. There are any people who would be willing to talk to me, maybe offline, if you don't want to talk to it in a semi-public place. But yeah, I do know that we have some type 1 diabetics that have reported that they see a little bit of blood sugar increase from Keto Chow, but it's really manageable. So, and yeah, Marie says that she's a type 1 diabetic. So there you go. Susan says there is a chicken place in Omaha that throws the scraps outside for the raccoons to eat. They have big windows so people can watch the action. Never feed a raccoon unless you want to feed it and its friends for the rest of your life. Why would they feed the raccoons? Gah! Anyway, Nicola says, I'm type 2. Keto Chow has helped me in amazing ways. And Sherry says, thank you. And Bill says, apparently, Bill is also type 2. But Bill, didn't you say you haven't tried it yet? Anyway, well, normally Miriam would have sage stuff to talk about. So yeah, we do have the banana is the flavor of the week. If you're new to Keto Chow, you've never tried it before, what it's talking about right now, we do now have the new Keto Chow kits with the deluxe and the elite. It's the premium and the elite. What the heck? Why do I have it say deluxe? Oh my gosh, that is not right. Where did I copy that from? Premium and elite. Okay, that was weird. They're good ways to try out Keto Chow. We are going to be finalizing the Chow Club in it's in 1 hour. So if you are subscribed to the Chow Club and you don't want to get a whole bunch of individuals, now there's not going to be 21 of one flavor. We decided to give a bigger variety in this one. If you don't want that and you do want a big one, you can still pause your subscription. You still have 1 hour to do it. Let's see. Oh, Sherry wants to know, do you ever swing hypoglycemic? That is a really good question. Rennie says, if you feed your cats outside, you can have unwelcome visitors. Shauna says, I have a friend who used to feed raccoons and possums out of her back door cat food. Nope. Gail says, I'm glad to be able to join everyone live tonight. Blue says, I'll be virtual at Ketopalooza. Safe travels for all you in real life people. Oh, Anthony likes the variety idea. Brian says, Karen and I went camping one time. Raccoon shows up. I tell her not to feed it and head to the shower house. What did Karen do? She fed it. By the time I got back, there were 10. Nope. Rhiannon's excited for the variety in the Chow Club. Bill says, I have raccoons that come because of the cat food. Yeah. Jerry says, variety is the spice of life. Gail says, thanks to K, you guys, and the bears. And Nicola says, Yeah, she hasn't swung hypoglycemic in a long time and never on Keto Chow, but I cut my A1C nearly in half in 4 months. Okay, well, it is 10 o'clock Eastern. So for all you people in the Eastern time zone, this is your official notice. I'm playing dad tonight and I'm telling you to go to bed. So thanks everybody for joining us. Have a fantastic night. We will probably see you tomorrow at our normal time, but it'll be just before we get onto the airplane. So good night, everybody.